What is up, everyone? Welcome to
Hello.
another great day of CSL action. Carlo, how are you
Yes,
today?
Ricky.
How are
I'm
you?
fantastic. And one of the reasons that I'm fantastic is because tonight we're bringing you, fans of Collegiate Dota, a game from the Division 1 debut of the Calgary Dinos. Now, if that's not exciting enough for you, this is my hometown. I get to watch them play. And in fact, I went to high school with Truckwaffle.
There you go. There you go. I was about to ask you, why is it such an important game for you? But you answered that one. And of course, my new state, Arizona, believe it or not, is playing your Calgary Dinos. So this
How
is kind of
convenient.
there's a little bit of a grudge match, I think. No, I'm
Yeah,
really
unbiased
excited.
casters as per usual.
Yeah, of
We know the
course.
we know the protocol.
So yeah, it's gonna be a great game. We're gonna be going into the draft here in just a few moments. So please stick with us, and we'll go ahead and deliver you guys some of the best collegiate action we got.
Oh yeah, we'll see you guys in the game.
Radiant team ban.
All right. So like we said, we'll be right back, and we're going right
Here
into the
we are.
draft. Right into the draft. Okay.
Right
How
into the
ex-
draft, right into the Weaver ban.
Right into the Weaver band. I feel like this seems to be a trend, right? Is this something that we've seen before, Carlo?
With this is taking a they were watching on Monday and they were watching RIT dominate, and
10
one thing
seconds
RIT did was
remaining.
ban Weaver every single game.
Yeah, and it wasn't like they just banned Weaver every game. They first banned Weaver every
They
game.
don't want to see that little bug. He's very difficult to squish, even with big old feet like Treant protectors.
Yeah, there's no need to buy raid if you just don't let anyone if you don't let anyone play him.
Now, why do you think we're seeing Weaver banned? What about him is teams don't want to play against them?
I think he can punish certain drafts very well. Like
10
he's
seconds
so good
remaining.
at taking like kind of okay matchups and picking off supports and then turning
5
him into like
seconds
suddenly a
remaining.
terrible lane for your carry.
Mhm.
So it's one of those heroes that there's not a lot of counterplay to. I think I personally know of a couple very great heroes that make Weaver absolutely useless, but I think a lot of people just don't like playing against him because you
Yeah,
can.
he's difficult to play against because you have to buy
Team
sight
ban.
against him, and he's probably gonna get something out of the lane, and he can harass and he can last hit with the same spell. Sakuchi does both.
Mhm.
He's annoying to lane against. And I guess yeah, he's almost always gonna have a good lane, I think, and that's
Exactly.
something we also see with
Dire
Undying. Both of the
team
bans for
ban.
Arizona State. It's hard to shut those heroes down in lane, and we bring it up every week. The laning phase is so important.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal, like having a hero in that game, and that isn't really easily punished, and then transitions into a super strong core in the mid game, and then if you decide to go this Ags Weaver build late game,
10
you
seconds
suddenly
Oh
have a
remaining.
get
yeah.
out of jail free card for any of your carries that get jumped. So
5 seconds
it's
remaining.
Oh yeah,
it's
even
so
outside the
good.
laning phase, that's a huge deal. We've seen it that item can be the nail in the
Radiant
coffin in
team
a lot of
ban.
games because of your pushing potential, being able to run someone into a tower, have them hit the tower, you use something big on them, maybe like a Laguna Blade or something. Weaver saves their life. Nothing is really you trade Weaver ult for tower damage, you trade Weaver ult for other spells.
Nothing of
It's
value
it's
lost, people
it's
would
it's
say.
like almost impossible to use that spell wrong if you think about it. Like in what situation would you, unless you're putting someone in a bad
10
position, or
seconds
you
Like
just
you're griefing an ally and ulting them
except, but
back
it's like
5
honestly,
seconds
it's
into
like
their
when are
team.
you
Yeah.
ever gonna
5
cast that spell
seconds
and be like,
remaining.
oh, I wasted it. Like, oh no, they used their ult on one of my heroes. I'll use Weaver ult. And now the enemy team's ult is on cooldown, and now my carry is back to full life.
Yeah. I will say
It's so
the
hard to play it incorrectly.
Dire team
Exactly.
ban.
I think the Necro ban is a little interesting. I don't think anyone is bold enough to first phase a Necrophos anymore because of how many
That's
like
quite
strong
bold.
counters there are in the game.
Radiant team
But
But
kill.
he is a strong hero though.
he is. He's very strong.
They're speaking of literally strong heroes. How are you feeling about the Ogre Magi? We've been seeing him a lot.
I mean, he's just a fun guy, you know. He's pretty boring
He's
to
here to
play,
smash.
but you know, he doesn't take a lot of skill to play. And I'm not saying ASU here. I'm not saying Arizona has anyone of low skill that they're trying to throw on an ogre. But it's a hero that's very straightforward. He's
hmm
gonna help
You're
win
gonna
your
get
lane,
something out of them.
and he helps your team transition into late game, right? Which
Yeah.
accomplishes a lot.
Exactly. We talk about the laning phase and yeah, Ogre is strong in lane and then the rest he's strong in lane because of his ability to fight and he's strong outside of lane because of his ability to help his team farm. And also he can body tank. I think it would be we could look at how heroes perform in the laning phase and outside the laning phase because in this meta the laning phase is so extremely important. There's a lot of I think it's worth like noting it on its own as we normally do, but even heroes like Ogre's a monster in the laning phase and he's not necessarily a pushover, but he doesn't really do too much later on. He's a really
Yeah, he's a bloodlust machine.
yeah, he just becomes the guy who follows your carry around pressing E and helping him beat down creeps.
And
Now what
it's
about Vengeful?
I was
What are you gonna say about Ogre?
I was gonna say the only thing I was gonna say about Ogre is that it's because the laning phase is so important. Like that's why we keep seeing him so often. Whereas like there normally you could pick maybe a greedier support in previous metas and transition maybe for a better late game, but you know I think that's why we're just seeing him so much. But Vengeful
And
Spirit,
he does help you in the late game. I believe Ogre is the strongest hero in the game if you were just to go fight each other at level 1 and just no one's scared. Let's just go hit for hit. I
well,
don't believe
Doom
any
is
hero
another
beats
hero
Ogre.
that's similar in that regard. Infernal
Doom's
Blade
low on
level
armor,
1.
but he puts out Infernal Blade offers an amazing harass if you get a melee range with him. I really like how Infernal Blade plays. I think it made Doom's laning phase very fun, as much as I thought Level Death was a cool spell.
Yeah,
Um,
that
Infernal
spell's
Blade is
so
neat though
bad.
because it was cool though, man. Tell
It
me that
was-
spell wasn't cool.
It was cool sometimes when you actually lined it up.
Cool. Weird as heck. Pretty stupid, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was a dumb ability, but it was pretty cool
It is a dumb
when
ability.
you hit someone for like a 600 damage nuke at like level 6 or something.
Yep, right. It was neat, but it was boring in a sense. Like it was very slow. Infernal Blade lets Doom do something in lane. He gives him a role to play where he's going in for just the one hit every so often, every time it's off cooldown.
Agreed.
Because
and
he is a low armor hero, but he's also a melee hero.
It also allowed him to retain his mini stun from level death too, which is a big deal.
That was very important.
Yeah, so I think that was one of the biggest like things that they needed. They knew they needed to keep with Doom because he has so little control. So they did manage to at least allow him to maintain his mini stun. But Infernal Blade's damage just scales, like right. It's health based damage.
Percentage based, it keeps him relevant.
Yeah, so he never really falls off. I think Doom has been getting a little bit more of attention recently. I don't think we've seen him in CSL yet, so this might be the first CSL game we've casted with a Doom, but I think he's still a good hero.
I believe that Doom is a good hero for sure, but and I say that because he's like Batrider, where Batrider and Doom kind of play the same role. They always have played the same role. You're picking the hero because you want their ultimate spell. There's not really much other about those two heroes. Like they're good, but you're picking it for the ultimate spell. Doom is a tool you can use to just eliminate the abilities of a hero for I believe 16 seconds. Same way Batrider is going to pull someone out of a fight. And in the first phase, it's kind of cool to see it in the first phase because it's putting pressure on Arizona State. They might have had a strategy that they wanted to employ here, and Doom just completely screws it up because with Doom you can't really put all your eggs in the same basket. You can't do like a 4 protect 1 Animage strat because if Animage gets doomed, you just have 4 heroes that are trying to protect another hero that can't really fight. So it's putting pressure on Arizona State to pick a lineup that can survive with one of their cores muted for a long period of time. And that's maybe not what Arizona State wanted to do.
I agree. And well, Phantom Lancer. I was gonna say let's look at the second phase bans really quick.
Yeah, check out the bans.
We got the Ursa, Terrorblade, Clinks, and Bristleback.
Who's the scariest of those 4 to you? Who of those 4 heroes, who do you think's the highest importance to ban? That you don't want to play
probably Terrorblade, depending on what Calgary was expecting to pick. But Terrorblade and Ursa, both very strong heroes. I don't think Bristleback's that much of a threat.
What about last week though? We saw a pretty crazy Bristleback in game 2, or last Monday.
Yeah, that was a very scary.
Then we saw a not so scary Bristleback in game 3.
Exactly.
Speaking of heroes we saw last week, Tiny. How did you feel about him last week? I hated him. He lost all 3 games, and
he did not.
He just didn't do it for me.
But, you know, ASU, they might have a different plan. I think I do
10
like
seconds
Tiny
remaining.
as a hero, right? I just feel like he isn't
5
being
seconds
seen to his
remaining.
potential. He's one of those heroes that needs to keep his item progression up, and typically what we see is a Tiny get a Blink Dagger and then kind of stop progressing items because they spend the whole time ganking and never farming. So
Mhm.
I think it'll be interesting to see how ASU decide to play it. This is most likely going to be an off-lane Tiny Phoenix, and then an Ogre Magi
Very
Monkey
aggressive lane.
safe lane. Yeah, so it's a very aggressive lane, does a lot of damage, and it's fairly good against Phantom Lancer. So,
Both have AoE.
yeah,
Yeah, both have.
exactly. Both have AoE. Phantom Lancer can like doppel a Fire Spirit, but it can just get reapplied. So, I don't think too upset there for Arizona that they let the Phantom Lancer slip through.
Red team banned.
What about Phantom Lancer and Monkey King? How do those heroes match up? Does Monkey King? Do
Um,
you think we'll see a runed axe from him? A Battle Fury rather?
I
Sorry,
think
falling
Monkey King
terminology
actually
out of nowhere.
absolutely destroys Phantom Lancer. I think the matchup very heavily favors Monkey King. If Monkey King ults, Phantom Lancer can't go anywhere near the hero. All of his illusions will immediately pop in the Wukong's command. If he decides to go a Battle Fury, even more
10
so.
seconds
But
remaining.
Yeah.
off of a single,
5 seconds
off of
remaining.
just a single one of his, I can't remember the name of his Q.
Boundless Strike.
Boundless Strikes, thank you. A singles
Oh my
Boundless
God.
Strike will take out any PL illusions as well as like a quarter of Phantom
I
Lancer's
guess
health.
yeah. The Boundless Strike. He doesn't even really need to build for it. Just with the inherent critical strike it gives, he probably does just clear all the illusions.
Yep.
Just building regular damage items.
You can build Maelstrom, Battle Fury, like any of these items are all really good on Monkey King. So
Hmm.
I think the hero matchup
Okay.
favors Monkey King quite a bit.
And then you're feeling, especially in the mid game, Tiny is better than PL.
Tiny
If
will
Tiny,
Tiny will hit online before PL in this game for sure.
Yeah, and if Tiny like were to combo PL, PL would get messed up by it. It's
Mhm.
not. It's going to be a really one-sided fight. The only way PL deals with Tiny is if PL has a diffusal blade and Tiny does not have his
Team
combo.
pick.
So both cores on ASU are able to deal with PL in the early game and in the mid game.
Are we gonna see a Storm Spirit here?
Radiant team pick.
What makes you say Storm
Puck.
Spirit?
They banned Rikamaru, which means
More
that
AoE.
they're going for a like intelligence based mid laner, and so I expected like a Storm Spirit or something like that, maybe an Ember Spirit, but Puck, interesting. I don't think we've seen this hero too much. It's
That's
pretty much
another high AoE damage hero that wants to fight in the mid game though. Look at all three cores on ASU.
yeah.
They're
It's
not going to let
10
this game go
seconds
late.
remaining.
yeah. They don't need to let it go late, and even if they do want to take it late, I don't think their
5
team falls off
seconds
too
remaining.
much. Puck becomes the slipperiest of all slippery heroes. Phoenix is I mean, right now is scales pretty well, but is rough against the
You may
Lina
now
as it
select
goes
An
late.
Invoker?
heroes.
Okay, so it is
Yeah.
a support Lina. I figured it would be.
Yeah. So that's double stun though. So remember the roaming we saw from both supports last week from RIT?
Yeah, this is a
Again,
great,
Lina. Well,
great sim
eventually Lina
idea.
can do the same thing as soon as those heroes group up. They're going to be able to dish out an insane amount of damage, especially when Lina gets Laguna.
Yeah, this
How
is
do you feel about the Invoker versus Puck last picks? Who? What are you feeling better about hero wise?
well, traditionally this matchup isn't that bad for Puck, right? The matchup goes pretty evenly. He's high base damage. He's got a decent attack animation. I think Invoker will probably go Exort this game. I think he has to.
If he goes
Actually, I don't
Exort,
know.
well, he has a Vengeful to set up Sunstrike. He has a Lina to potentially
Yeah.
set.
Say, I
Right.
feel like he has to go Exort this game. You go Quas Wex, you're gonna lose the mid lane to Puck, no doubt. Because
And
Puck,
he would want to go Quas Wax to just ruin Tiny's game, I assume.
yeah, and yeah, exactly. The Quas Wex would be to stop Phoenix and Tiny, because Phoenix actually has a very low mana pool. So if you can get an EMP off on Phoenix, she won't be able to egg.
And Tiny needs to have his spells if he wants to put out any actual scary damage. with his slow attacks.
Exactly. Well, game
All right,
one.
we're going
Who
into it. Let's
do
see how it
who
plays
you
out.
favor in the draft, real quick? Give me your thought.
I gotta go with ASU. Just ignoring the laning phase. Just if these teams clash, I feel like their cores are just better cores for this game. Their cores make a lot of sense. They're going to be in control of the early game. They're going to be in control of the mid game. I don't expect them to want to take it late. Those heroes, like the cores on ASU, want to fight. They're good at fighting, and they're going to constantly be on the enemy side of the map. Every time they take a fight, I think they're going to be able to easily turn into an objective because of where they're taking the fights. I think they're going to be the aggressors. And depending on how the laning phase goes, PL might not have any space to farm and catch up at all and never really come online. And it's going to be on an Invoker because Doom is just going to be using his ultimate to take a hero out of the fight. So not really offering a ton of damage. PL before Defusal won't offer a ton of damage, and it's going to be entirely on Invoker to carry his team if he gets an early lead.
I'm going to agree with you. I think currently, just based on the draft, I'm going to favor ASU here, but we will see. CSL,
or I could be horribly wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I've predicted teams based on draft, and they got absolutely stomped. So, you never know with CSL. It's always a wild card.
It is.
So we got Calgary on the Radiant here, so they do have Radiant advantage. But while we're paused, we might as well just go ahead and introduce some of these fine young men. So we'll start with the Doom. You want to help me out with that name there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow, you really picked. That's the first guy you're gonna go with.
Lucy
D. Is it something backwards? No, I don't know. Lucy.
I'm gonna call you Lucy.
I like Lucy. Lucy's good.
Lucy, you are now official. All right. Doom, you're officially Lucy. I'm apologizing ahead of time. If you want to correct me, feel free to correct me, and then we'll go from there. on the PL, Schrodinger. Now, I actually remember Schrodinger from last year. I believe he is a returning CSL player, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I believe the Div 2 and Div 1 team kind of merged because I know they had room to pick up Truck Waffle, so I don't know. They definitely didn't keep their entire roster. They were a Div 2 team last year.
Yeah, I do remember they signed up as a D2 team and absolutely steamrolled their way
I
through
think
D2.
they were top 3 or top 4, I believe. They didn't end up winning it because there was a couple other insane Div 2 teams, but they were in.
Yeah, Stony Brook's team was, I think, the ones that ended up taking it, which was insane. But I could be wrong.
Representing both divisions.
Yeah. Speaking of Truck Waffle, we got Truck Waffle on Lena.
I call him Conrad.
Conrad. I'm gonna call him Truck Waffle. That's a good name. 5 Kex Truck Waffle. Okay.
Actually, he's a core player.
Interesting. So he's
been demoted. I mean, promoted. Whoops.
Are you trying to say something about support players? Huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to say they're better than core players. Okay. I mean, it's common knowledge.
Actually, let's see. This Doom is heading bottom. This could be a support Doom core Lena off lane. Do you see this, right? Like, is that what I'm seeing? I don't see how you could. He's going Stout Shield Windlace on Doom. I feel like... I mean, it's good against the tiny matchup bot, though. So thinking about what ASU is going to do with their lanes, right? Monkey King Ogre top, but Tiny Phoenix bottom. Doom's Infernal Blade is going to be really value bottom.
Oh, yeah. He'll be able to contribute to every small clash, and he can play the regen game, but he can also fight with it. Now, are there any crazy item builds we got going on?
Sorry, the players are talking about remaking the game. But I'm sure that'll be fine. Let's look at the rest of the... Sorry, I get a little trying to see what's going on here, but we'll just skip it. We'll go right into continuing to introduce the heroes. Asian Wolf on Vengeful Spirit was the last of the Calgary Dinos there, so apologies on my kind of brain fart there, but you want to go ahead and introduce Dyer?
I would love to introduce Dyer. On Ogre, we have Kavo, BS9. On another big boy, Tiny, we have Ayin. Bringing it to the mid lane on a classic mid hero, PMA Dota. That's a classic mid name. Then we have Monkey King by Air Sean. I actually have this player muted. And double ups on Phoenix.
Easy. I don't think I have any of these players muted. All right, seems good. Now, ASU does have 3 returning players, believe it or not. So, is it 3 or is it 2? 2 or 3?
I'm not entirely sure.
It's
how
2.
Many are returning.
They have 2 returning players, actually. Now, 2 of them are returning, and they have 3 new players, I believe, all freshmen. So this could be a very young team for CSL, which gives them, potential in the coming years for sure, especially considering how high ranked these players currently already are.
Now, yeah, so both teams are filling at least some of the ranks with immortal players, I believe.
Correct. ASU has 4 immortal players, followed by a divine 4, while Calgary has 2 immortals. This unranked, which who knows? Schrodinger, I believe, was a higher ranked than an unranked, so I believe he's a fairly good player. And then 2 ancient players.
Well, I can actually just look at my friends list here, and let me see what I know. I know Truck Waffle is an immortal player.
Yep.
So I'm playing him from
Truck Waffle and Branks.
Branks.
What is with Dino? What is with Calgary's names, huh? These are all really weird to pronounce.
Yeah, they actually. Well, Asian Wolf is
Yeah, that one's easy.
fine,
And
I
Truck
guess.
Waffle.
But then Lucy. I mean, it's just Lucy. Duh. Simple, common name. I think I probably see that about every second game. Someone's using that one. Schrodinger, obviously a Big Bang Theory fan, and yeah. So there's some strategies being marked out on the mini map.
Telegraphed on the minimap. I was going to ask if you're seeing these pretty intense strategies going out here.
Those look like pretty hard, solid strategies to pull off, but
yeah, it looks like they want to invade Dire.
Yeah, I think it would be a solid choice to go with.
Maybe doing a few wraparounds in the jungle there as well.
Yeah, those are all hard. Those are high MMR plays, but very effective at getting your team to come online. Now, it would not be a Dota game without a pause at the beginning. Is there? How are you? So, what were some of the problems that we saw with Tiny in the last game?
I think the biggest thing was in one of the games there was not really a good hero for him to deal with. So basically, what ended up happening was Tiny got a blink dagger, not at terrible timings, but by the time he did get it, there was only really 1 or 2 potential heroes on the map that he could deal with, and they were both, you know, a 4 or 5 position support, which is fine, getting those kills, but really, Tiny, you want to pick him to shut down a carry. Oh, it looks like we're going in, and game just now starting, and Sunstrike will land on the Monkey King there, so...
100% accuracy so far.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Really good point. So I know we were
that's an impressive statistic.
100% Sunstrike accuracy. There's not many players.
He doesn't stop. He doesn't get tired.
So I know we were talking about the lanes configuration here. It looks like Vengeful Spirit going way up to drop a ward, which is probably going to get scouted. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know. Yep. Looks like
Double
they did
ward.
scout the ward in the mid lane.
Puck, they know? Do they have a sentry purchased already?
Let's see. Most likely Invoker will get one delivered, I would say. Yeah. I believe they saw him place the ward, just very momentarily.
They must have seen it.
The ping came out, so I'm assuming it was there.
Now, we have Lina Vengeful top. I don't, they're not going to lane Doom and Peel bottom. I am excited to see Lina and Vengeful play together, though.
Great Sunstrike location. Now he's got a 50% Sunstrike ratio. No percentage. Well, not bad.
Not bad. Wait a second. No, there's no way it's a... I'm just trying to see if maybe they're trying to pull something cheeky and put Lean and Venge in the same lane, which would be really strong, right?
They definitely are. So. They are absolutely putting... It's going to be a core Lina,
Doom and Peel bottom?
Yep, Doom and Peel bottom. I think the reason being is you don't want to put Doom against this Monkey King. It's just such a bad lane, and Doom's going to be a lot more beneficial against that Tiny. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, you did mention. Yeah,
way better.
Sure.
So I think it's just a value play here. They kind of probably intended to run Doom maybe as the core, but Doom will still find his farm. He's got Devour, which always scales.
In Chinese Dota, he used to be commonly ran as a support, and he would, because he could switch into the jungle and come back to lane. So I think if they're able to secure this lane and let PL play solo, they'll be in extremely good shape because Doom can get the farm in the jungle. Now, top lane is going to be action-packed, but they do have double range against Monkey King. Yeah,
Monkey King will be unlikely to get the Jingu stacks he needs, especially with how much dedicated stun they have coming out. And even Ogre has got to be careful. Like, he does have a lot of regen, he does have a lot of armor, but
he's melee.
Yeah, he is melee, and when Vengeful Spirit picks up, you know, level 2, level 3, she'll have the armor reduction, she'll have the aura potentially, so they will be able to put out a lot of damage in this lane. So
I expect that to be the first blood. Is going to be the Lina Vengeful versus the Ogre Monkey King. Even with Tiny being a high damage hero, I don't think he's going to. Oh, actually, there's a song on top. No, they're not going to go for anything because Central's distressing. I don't think Tiny's going to be able to get a first kill.
yeah,
I just looking at bottom though. Look at how effective Doom actually is. He can because of Infernal Blade, even with this long cooldown, he's just gonna keep on harassing over and over.
yeah, he just walks in, hits the Phoenix or the Doom with, or I'm sorry, the Phoenix or the Tiny, and it's low mana cost, low cooldown, very easy. So
You might see Monkey King gone on. Vengeful has stun and Lina does have Dragon Slave. Are they gonna use it? I think they get a kill if they. I'm actually certain. Oh no, never mind, not quite. Dragon Slave only 85 damage level 1. Monkey King's very low though. Both of the okay, here we go, he's gonna heal up. A lot of damage coming out from bottom.
Top lane, Lina gets stunned. And it looks like just a little bit of harass coming out from this Ogre Magi, and really this is what he needs to be doing in this lane. Actually picks up a level of Bloodlust to just run down this Lina, and he almost finds this kill.
There's going to be a lot of action with the heroes they picked for the laning phase of this game. It's a question of who's going to actually be able the first one to turn into a kill. It might actually be mid. Looks like Puck's doing very well against Invoker. 13-5 versus Invoker 6-4. So Puck's actually crushing this lane so far.
Yeah, and like I said, this is a lane that traditionally has favored Puck. I mean, it's only 2 minutes 55 seconds into the game, and Puck's got a pretty significant lead. Bottom lane, Loom and PL are actually doing pretty well as well.
I love watching this Doom. Like, he's just ruining this Phoenix's game. Just chasing him around, fighting him, and keeping Infernal Blade on cooldown because it costs him nothing. He's actually Phoenix is down to only 1 tango, whereas Doom only has 2. But I do believe it's going to be the top lane where we're going to see the first kill. Actually, Monkey King can't even come into the lane anymore. Using he had to use the strike to try and get a CS. Ogre's trying to control it, but right now we're seeing.
Ooh, bottom lane, Doom. Oh,
there it
barely
is.
Missed it. Oh my gosh, I like tried to move camera and couldn't get there, but yeah, he actually just goes down to the
that's the last thing I expected is Field Trip. But top lane, we're going to see Asian Wolf taken very, very low by Ogre. There's a boundless strike. Ogre's going to keep chasing. 3 stacks up, but Ogre's going to run him down with Bloodlust 315. No, he's going to finish him with a stun. Now Lina might be in trouble. Ogre's showing up but has no stun. He has to go for the body block. Light Strike Array is going to slow Monkey King. He's taking a ton of damage from Dragon Slave, but he heals it up with Jingu, and Ogre and Monkey give Lina the beatdown. 3 kills coming out for ASU.
Yeah,
Asserting
very
dominance.
big.
Side lane's getting kills, mid lane just getting
Lane PL just getting burned up by this Phoenix actually. Is he gonna go down? Dive in?
There's Viper's dive
she
in.
doesn't
go with
continue
it,
the
though.
dive for some reason. That had to be a misplay, right?
That must have been. That could have been 4. I love this Phoenix. Wow. After just patiently dealing with this Doom, harassing him, and turns it into 2 kills bottom. Or basically 2 kills. PL's gonna have to go all the way home. He might almost wish he died. Well, we're resetting to Lina and Vengeful, pushing top lane all the way to the tower. Actually, we're gonna see Puck with the double damage. Might finish Invoker mid lane. There's the last auto attack. Invoker has nothing. Puck dodges the tower once again.
Yeah, I mean,
4th kill.
one thing also to note that is kind of forgotten about, Puck's great at controlling runes, right? And Invoker is a hero that
Invoker
traditionally won't go to runes. So
Yeah, Invoker wants to stay in the lane, and Puck can get to the rune before Invoker if he wants to, and always can get back to lane quickly. We're gonna see Lina gone on top though. There's a stun. Ogre's gonna beat her down with the Bloodless movement speed. Light Strike Array slows Lina. Magic Missile slows Monkey King, keeping her safe from the Boundless Strike. Actually, Monkey King is gonna go in, springs onto Vengeful Spirit. Still has the Boundless Strike, but he wants to get his Jinju first. There he is. Light Strike Array is gonna allow. Actually, both stuns coming out. They're not just gonna slow Monkey King down. They're gonna bring his health very low. He has 9 wand stacks. Lina wants to go for the Dragon Slave. But she's going to back up.
where did that stun strike mid? There we go. I mean, overall, I think you gotta be pretty happy if you're ASU in this lane. We thought that this could swing to the favor of Calgary here, but this Ogre Magi proving to just be super tanky. Like, I mean,
he's regenning all the harass. They haven't been able to get a kill on him. He has an insanely high base regen.
Yeah.
If you want to kill him, you have to come to actually bottom lane. We're going to see the Sunray come out again from Phoenix. This has been causing havoc in the past. Just it's melting through the enemy hero. She's going to Icarus dive, find PL. Puck shows up.
Puck.
There's the waning rift and the orb and a dead PL. That's his second death, I believe. Is he the? Oh no, first.
Yeah.
One kill across every single hero. Yeah, Phoenix let him live. To remember this day.
Just
remember
a quick
day
reminder. He just was like, oh, by the way, I let you live before, but not this time.
Yeah, not this time. Round it off.
Doom can eat that catapult. Oh, that's always a feels good moment.
Oh yeah, good XP, good gold. Don't have to fight for the deny. Doom's gonna take some more CS.
This is all a lot of very necessary XP for that hero right now too. Needs to pick up that Scorched Earth so he becomes a little bit more powerful in lane. But I mean, look at the level of Tiny. Tiny is level 6. PL and Doom are level 4. He's 37 and 21 in this lane. PL
Maybe, yeah.
with 12
Actually,
blasts.
Ogre comes bottom. They're gonna throw a tree at PL after he's stunned by Ogre. Sunray's gonna keep on him, gonna lower his health, but ultimately not gonna kill him. Magic Missile slowing Tiny down. Tiny has to run. He has no mana to turn the fight. Phoenix uses Fire Spirit and Icarus dive. Trying to slow. Ogre just turns around and fights. He's not afraid of anything. And it seems you can see why. He just beats down Doom in front of Vengeful Spirit. Now he's gonna back up. Vengeful wants to chase, but PL wants to go back and hit some creeps. He's been forced out of lane all game. This is his only moment where there aren't enemies slowing him down. See if he can get a bit of CS. 13 CS only.
Yeah, this is
Half
really
that,
rough.
Who is the 5th CS?
Tiny actually just turns onto the Doom, and that last
And he
tower
finishes
shot
him.
gets him.
That was a really good throw. Like, very well aimed tree. If I threw a tree, I don't think I could throw it that far or that accurately. Just a great play, if you ask me.
Mid lane, Coil committed,
Lina actually
but
top is going to get stunned. Is there still a boundless strike? Yes, there is. As soon as the sun goes out, here it comes. Bye-bye.
343 damage right to the face.
300 damage. Level 6 ASU. These guys are wild. 7 kills. Puck mid lane. Doesn't have an ult. You can use the Waning Rift and the Orb. Do a lot of damage. But
He took a lot of harass just for that.
Here's the Sunstrike. Actually, he Sunstrikes the tower instead of the hero.
A little interesting. Maybe he thought it does damage to towers.
Maybe
Probably not, but you know.
Not quite. Not quite. It's not as good as Meteor Hammer, that's for sure. Puck's just going to come right back in the lane and start harassing Invoker. Invoker has to make up raindrops so he doesn't get pushed out.
That's the other item that made Puck kind of useless is raindrops.
Raindrops are just like, if there's a Puck in the game, yeah, no brainer, get raindrops. 3 heroes top for Calgary.
Yeah.
2 stuns and a Doom. Are they going to be able to do anything?
Well, Monkey King just rotates bottom. He says, I'm out. Screw this.
No.
And they have that deep ward here, right?
Going right onto PL. There's a spring. No, they can't follow it up. Sunray, though, they're just going to harass them. You're never allowed to hit creeps, says ASU. You live in the jungle now, underneath the tower.
Yeah, ASU has absolutely crushed all 3 of these lanes. They're taking the top 3 net worth, or the top 3 CS positions. Now, surprisingly, Lina has quite a bit of CS. Actually, mid lane, Tiny, Avalanche Toss, gonna get hit with the orb as well, and he is gonna fall.
That's what we want to see.
This illusion almost kills Puck, though.
Did you see his illusion when it was tossed? It was glitching out and it was huge for me for a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, Lina's still able to get the CS, right? It's as much as they haven't been able to deal with the Ogre. They are 2 ranged heroes against 2 melee heroes. They can contest the lane quite well when it's not fighting. Bottom lane, Phoenix is going to do some damage. Actually, Icarus dive gets cancelled by Doom's Infernal Blade. Doom's going to chase Phoenix down with Scorched Earth. Phoenix can keep him slowed with Fire Spirits.
Go down
Picks up both bounties, and there's the Hadouken
for
the kill.
Bounties,
I like that.
But dies for it. And I think that's definitely worth it if you're the
Definitely.
Phoenix there.
Ogre has earned his tome.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Top lane. Done.
Right.
Lina.
Oh my gosh,
No
Tiny with Bloodlust is crazy.
Dodges the LSA, but gets hit by the magic missile.
And
now,
Puck. That's a hasted Puck at that. Has the veil as well.
He's going for it. He's not scared. Now he's going to try and dodge the magic missile. No, he gets hit by it. Tower's going to deal some damage to him. There's the stun and the orb. Bye-bye.
God, ASU are monsters right now. This Bloodlust is actually doing so much work for the side of
And it's the movement speed
ASU.
too, which is being a beautiful. Oh, beautiful stun onto PL, followed up by Spring, followed up by Boundless Strike. Now, all of this felt deep. Look at the PL and Doom just getting grouped up and beat down. Monkey King desperately trying to stay alive. It's not enough. Egg goes off in the Sunray to follow it up. Ogre gets taken out. Phoenix doesn't have enough damage to finish this off and is going to turn and run. Once again, using Fire Spirits defensively. Oh, the perfect
what a
swap
great
into the
swap.
Icarus dive. What a play from Asian Wolf. They're going to meet. They're actually just going to commit Phoenix. Not going to let him get away. In the meantime, top. Tiny's chasing Lina. Tiny's going to beat her down. Does he have the toss? He misses the toss on Lina. Throws a creep instead. Throws the
Got
tree to finish
tree.
her off. Oh,
Oh, the 25 HP.
Not quite.
Oh my-
ASU is all over Calgary.
Yeah, they're playing this very well.
Now Puck wants to go in on Invoker mid. Silences him.
Radiant's top
Man
tower
fights him.
is
Now
under
he's going to
attack.
run away. The creeps up. There's the cold snap. Puck might be in trouble. Veil into the rift. Dodge the Sunstrike. Not quite. Dodges the auto attack. Puck might make it away. Puck's turning right back around. Vengeful is here, but Ogre's here in Viz. Rather smoked.
So Ogre going the max bloodlust this game, as opposed to
He
what
wants
we
to help
normally
farm.
see.
Even though ASU's fighting. That does seem a little silly.
I
But
mean,
they're benefiting from this movement speed a lot.
they're getting a lot of value out of this. They
Especially
actually just
doesn't
saw
Tiny
someone
have
pick up
a-
that Invis Rune bot, so they are ready and prepared, but I don't think Sentry. And they don't.
Now,
Dire
Tiny
has
gets movement
fallen.
speed from his ultimate, doesn't he?
Radiant's top tower
Tiny
is
does
under
gain
attack.
movement speed from his ult, correct.
Oh, it doesn't say it on this.
Oh, no, they don't. They removed it.
I thought he did.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They removed it. Okay, I remember it being a thing he used to get, but he does not anymore. Actually, reveals the blink dagger goes right
Yeah,
in.
he doesn't need movement speed. He just blinks on top of you, like he
Yeah.
did to Lina.
I mean, Calgary is really suffering from the vision of ASU right now. Like, they have such great map vision. They're seeing all the kind of important gank spots, and
Exactly, and that's setting Tiny up and heroes like Tiny and Puck, two heroes that want to fight up for the game they're having. Now, let's talk about something that Tiny had a problem with last game and not really having a problem with this game. Which heroes are susceptible to Tiny's combo right now? He can kill more than the supports, can't he? With his combo?
the only hero he potentially can't kill is Doom. Everyone else he can kill.
Yeah, he can kill the Invoker and he can kill the PL. And just eliminate them at the start of the fight. That's what you want from your Tiny. Actually, bottom lane, we're going to see Ogre Bloodlust. There's the multicast on top of an egg. The spray, the Doppel to dodge the leap barely misses the Boundless Strike. The eggs are going to be just out of range. They're going to chase PL under tower. He's healing up with a salve. Vengeful has teleported in, and it looks like ASU is going to retreat, making the right call.
Mid lane, Tiny jumps in on the Invoker. Full toss
barely
combo.
makes it
Puck's
away.
coming in, gets the coil,
Definitely does
and
that.
it breaks. That is dead hero.
Is the LSA, do they turn? No. Bottom lane, I think there's a re-engagement. Sunray keeping Ogre alive in front of the three heroes from the Dinos. Now Phoenix might be in trouble. Doesn't have her Icarus dive. Spring misses, but there's the Wukong's command and the Boundless Strike. PL might be caught out here. Yes, he is taken down. Phoenix goes down behind him. Tiny shows up, finds the Doom, tosses him to the Monkey King. Monkey King smacks him with his Monkey King bar. One more stop, and he gets the J2. Yes, he takes him out.
Wow.
ASU, if they hear a fight, like these guys love fighting, and if they're mid lane and they hear a fight, bottom, they'll teleport immediately. They just want to scrap. They're not here to hit creeps, Ricky. They're here to hit heroes.
You can tell how good this ASU team is, right? Like, you
Very
can tell each
coordinated.
of these players are individually very skilled, but you can tell that they actually play very well as a team too. And I think that's really important in CSL, is having both of those components, and that makes you very dangerous in
I
CSL.
agree with you 100%, Ricky. It is CSL is a league where comfort picks and playing with your friends are extremely important, because many teams are put in this position where they have to play with people they might not normally play with, and being comfortable playing the heroes you want to play with the people you want to play with is a big deal. And it honestly looks like ASU has played together in the past. Bottom lane, we're going to see ASU execute a gank here. They barely makes it away, but it's still a win because ASU has opened up an opportunity to hit the bottom tower.
Yeah.
Tiny is a strong pusher, and especially with Bloodlust. Monkey King, look at Monkey King with Bloodlust. Not only is he huge, he attacks very quickly.
He's got an Echo Saber already and looking to go Battle Fury second item.
Ogre's actually going to start a fight here with his body. There's a stun followed up by a Tiny combo. Tiny's great combo with Magic Missile and Sunstrike, but doesn't really do much damage to him.
Oh, they get the tower, they get a kill, and it's maybe on this like support, quote unquote support Doom, but look at where Doom is on the net worth compared to his PL. He's in front of his PL, and like I said, this is mainly going to be because of the Devour ability, right? But
PL should still be ahead of Devour. Devour shouldn't let you outfarm a position 1.
this is looking super grim. 9,000 net worth.
Oh,
lead for
Invoker
the
might
side
go in
of
on Puck
ASU.
top lane, hits the meatball. Puck's gonna back out.
Yeah,
it
he's
is
got a
looking
regen
grim,
room
though.
too. Gotta be
What
happy
what's
TP is good. gonna pop that region.
Yeah, look at the on the net worth chart. Look at where the Dire heroes placed: first, second, and third.
And it's not like first, second, and third by a little bit either. This is first, second, and third by a 2,000 gold margin.
That is a big deal. They have a 10k gold lead.
Yeah,
2,000 of that is the difference between Lina and Tiny.
Yeah, you have a 6,000 gold on the 3 cores of ASU over the next core. So
Might see if I bought him here. Orange player's caught out.
Yeah, he just TP's out. Good play by
But
him.
Tiny finds a Lina. Tiny with Bloodlust chasing you down. Lina's heart must be racing right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And now
attack.
Puck looking to set something up mid maybe. No, dodges the Spirit Lance and is just going to bully. Puck is double the level of PL. Puck's just going to kick PL right out of this lane.
Yeah.
Ogre's higher level than PL.
Puck goes in. He's gonna play this a little bit more aggressive. Nope.
Bottom lane we might see a fight. Now Doom on Tiny, but look at his positioning. Already running away when it's cast on him. He's just going to run away. Egg onto Wukong's command. Radiant team must back up. Tiny tries to keep Doom there to get hit by the egg stun, but it's not enough. He just walks away. However, the tower is on the bottom.
Finds the PL and he gets the kill. Oh my gosh.
And now Sunray takes out Vengeful, and Sunray's about to take out Lina. No, Tiny's going to take out Lina. And look at this. ASU collapses on the bottom lane. They're ready to push. Sunstrike whiffs. Tiny might go for a toss on the Ogre.
I think
I
you're
mean,
right. I
very
think you
low
wanted
on
to toss him there. He's like,
It's a
yeah,
great way to
I'll
initiate.
sacrifice
Ogre
my
doesn't mind.
ogre.
Oh, here
for
we
the
go.
kill.
Look at this puck ult. Initiating first team. They don't have a lot to follow it up. Let's see what they can
Great
do.
waning
Tiny
there.
combo crushes the Doom and Invoker. Keeps himself going with the combo. Look at him. He's hitting all his buttons, but then finally the stuns and the surround. He can't do much. Phoenix is there to heal everyone back up. Right on top of the tier 4 tower.
Radiant's bottom
Well,
Phoenix only 1 point in Sunray, but I mean,
he's
this
getting
is.
so much value out of that.
I was gonna say, I mean, this looks like, you know, we're 25, 30 minutes in the game. We're 17 minutes and 45 seconds into the game, and ASU's knocking on the front door of Calgary Dinos. This is a level 11 Monkey King taking your high ground. They just go right back in.
Yep. Downward strike. Kills the Lina. Now they're just going to Sunray up. And go right back up the hill. Sunstrike. Once again, started off better than it ended with the accuracy. Well, they're going to reset here. Unfortunate for ASU, they weren't able to claim a tier 3 tower. Calgary's going to have some time to catch up and get back into the game. They're going to need to create space for PL. PL is not even having a game. He's not close to his Diffusal Blade, and he needs his Diffusal Blade to be able to fight. But at this point, he needs Diffusal Blade plus another item. He's not going to be comfortable with just Diffusal. Now, Puck, Yule, Selena mid. Going to cause some damage, but the fortification is going to save the tower, turn it into a deny. My man, Truck Waffle.
Puck looking super aggressive going forward. Well, Yule's coming out from the Lina, but he will just dodge the stun.
He's
Here
gonna
comes
set it up.
Phoenix and over, egg down.
And swap. Doom very low, makes it away. Puck
Oh.
then catching Lean on the backside. Sunray catches the Ogre and a great tornado on the Phoenix. Well, Ogre's not in a very good position. PL might get some farm here, but in the backline, Puck is going to kill the Doom.
If they can
Ogre
find
is
this
finally
Puck kill
taken out.
here, this would be huge, but there's no way to follow up. Hero's too
No, this
fast,
Puck
too
is too
elusive.
slippery.
Yeah, he's got everything he needs. Tiny in the mid lane goes on to Invoker, but misses the toss.
Doesn't
So.
Is he in a, he might die. Look at the positioning here. They can't
I
even
think
hurt
he's
him
too
actually.
tanky. Yeah, I think he's way too
Look at
tanky to
this.
deal with.
And the Sunray to follow it up.
13 armor, your PL's got, what?
4 seconds, he's going to go on this Invoker. Invoker better be careful. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't. This is. You gotta feel bad for PL, Ryan. He's got treads only at 20 minutes into the game. Treads Aquila.
He's going for a magic wand. He hasn't even started his Diffusal.
Yep.
Oh boy, they need a lot to get back into this game. On the flip side, Monkey King has his Echo Saber, and he's about to get his Battle Fury. He has an Ogre running around with Bloodlust, helping him out. That's what PL needs. He needs some help in that regard. This is what Ogre does. Follows Monkey King around, and he farms insanely fast.
Yep. And he just picks up his Battle Fury as well.
And it's a huge deal for Tiny too, getting Bloodlust. There's the Battle Fury. Yeah. Oh god. Now, what's the interaction with Battle Fury and Wukong's command? The
Each one of them
remnants
cleave. Yeah, each
Now,
one
what's
has
the interaction with Battle Fury and Boundless Strike? Is that super cleave, or was that taken out of the game?
I do not know. I feel like it does super cleave, but I could be entirely wrong.
We'll see. I think maybe it only cleaves once. We'll see. Because
I
I
think
think
it has one cleave, but I don't
Radiant's
honestly know.
bottom tower is under attack.
All right,
It's
well,
not
top
like
lane's gonna
Ember
get
Spirit
pressured.
cleave, if that's what you
Yeah.
Radiant structures
And
are
Tiny just
fortified.
beats it down. Tiny with Bloodlust.
Radiant's
Gosh.
top tower
Yeah.
is under
Oh,
attack.
that might open up
Mid
his
lane
item.
actually, Puck blinks in, just trying to like right click down this Lina and just
Quite a bit of damage.
Get him.
Dodges the LSA. Finishes her.
ooh, he's
Puck's
very
taking a lot
careful
of
here.
damage,
He's got
but-
Yule still.
Does he kill the PL? He needs a yeah. Good Yules.
Oh,
What's he have? Oh, he has no.
oh my gosh. Egg and
Oh, that
that
one's-
one's gonna go down to Ignite. Puck comes back in, goes
This
right
is
on
huge
to
bait. They're gonna get the Venge
Oh
too,
my
I
gosh,
believe.
they get the Tiny,
Tiny
oh
shows
my
up.
gosh.
PL. Vengeful Spirit. Bye-bye. And there's the taunt. Does he have the sizzle? Ooh, doesn't have the sizzle taunt, though. Not quite the play we wanted to see there, but apart from that, the rest of the team fight went very well by ASU.
Yeah. I mean, ASU, I had pretty much got this like game locked down. I don't want to say like there's always like a chance for a game to be throwable, right? But with how ASU is playing, I don't see them looking to do anything like that anytime soon. Wukong's
Well,
command
Puck
into
is
the
low
coil.
bottom. And then they're going to follow it up with Puck's ult into the Wukong's command, holding him down. Puck's taking a lot of damage, but he's offering the front line that Monkey King and Phoenix need to get in the fight. Lena's taken out. Puck still isn't dying. Look at the space he's creating for his team. Phoenix follows it up with Ignor's dive, but gets caught out by the cold snap. Puck's going to switch to this, or jaunt to this orb rather. Ooh, whiffed Sunstrike. Puck's going to make it away.
Yeah.
PL really wants to chase. Nope, doesn't have the vision. Backs right up. PL has, however, started his Diffusal Blade, but it might be too late with his tier 3 being pressured.
This is a great game. I mean, by great game, I was like, it's really good to watch a team play so cleanly, and it's not like Calgary is a bunch of pushovers, right? This is a highly rated team, a very good team that went really far in last year's bracket in Division 2, but it's not like Division 2 wasn't competitive. They were a very strong team, and in D1 right now, I want to say they're doing well. They've taken a game off of a really good team in their bracket, and they won their other series, so.
They are with the roster switches. They do have to get comfortable playing together. Right now, we can see that they all individually understand how to play the game. However, if we compare how ASU works as a team to how Calgary works as a team, ASU is outclassing Calgary this game specifically.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes in the next game. Not that Calgary's out, but so far ASU has just been on point.
Tiny
On point.
blink
Actually, Tiny goes in and
avalanche.
hits the fight on PL. The Primal Spring to follow it up, but they don't even need it. Tiny kills PL solo. Boundless Strike isn't even committed. That's how dead this Doom is. Actually, a Vengeful Swap will save him. They're going to commit the
The coil.
there. There he is, taken out. Bloodlust comes up, and everyone's very big, very red, very scary.
Now let's go back to pushing the lane. Finding 3
Nope.
kills.
It doesn't feel good when you're getting chased down and the Monkey King cancels the Boundless Strike, because it's not even worth wasting it on you.
Yeah.
Like, that's just ouch. Now the tower's not
Tiny sitting invis, goes in for the avalanche, but whiffs it. It's LSA, and
getting crazy on the back
he'll
line.
be fine here. Actually, just completely clobbers this Lina.
Yeah, Boundless Strike.
ASU
able
just
to
go in,
lock some
really
space.
DA.
They're not scared of PL at all.
No.
Actually, Invoker's the one who takes the brunt of it. Puck's gonna follow up on
Wow.
the. Oh, he gets doomed trying to kill the Vengeful Spirit. Tiny's gonna do a combo, but it's not gonna do enough damage. PL barely makes it away. Tiny's gonna walk away invisible. Phoenix gets caught by LSA. Truck Waffle might get a kill here. There's LSA, just barely misses, but the Dragon Slave finishes it off. Tiny's still in the base with his Shadow Blade, looking for a kill. Doesn't go for it. Has the stun now. Goodbye, Lina. Doesn't even use this throw. He actually doesn't have enough mana for the throw. The Urn is going to go on him. The Infernal Blade's going to go on him. He picks up a tree. He gets stunned. Ogre wants to help him out, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. A Boundless Strike is a little late. Ogre and Monkey King will retreat. Tiny trades his life for Alina. Was that a good trade, the Lina for Tiny?
That was a pretty good trade, I would say. Yeah. This is definitely some 3-2-2 moments here, as we see a tips coming out. They tipped their Tiny there, saying, "Bro, what are you doing?" Almost 3,000 gold for 3 kills. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying that is a comeback, a huge comeback moment for Calgary here. They need about 4 more of those to get back into this game, I believe. But PL does pick up his defusal at least.
Now he can do something in a fight. Now he actually he's bringing a hero to a fight. He may be squishy, but if he gets on top of someone, he's gonna be able to offer a large amount of damage. He's gonna offer the utility of burning their mana, the utility of slowing them, and if he doesn't get focused, he's putting pressure on ASU. If he doesn't get focused, they might have a hard time dealing with him. But dealing with him, Monkey King has a Battle Fury. Puck has AoE damage with a Veil, AoE magic damage with a Veil. Even Phoenix has AoE damage. And Tiny, is Tiny still able to combo PL? I think Tiny with his combo, including the Echo Saber, can kill a PL.
Absolutely. PL still has
Tiny's trying to make a move right now, actually. There's a smoke. Is it going to get popped? It does get popped. Tiny goes in, combos the PL with the Veil on top of him. Puck's going to follow it up. Doom is melted. PL is melted. Now Vengeful Spirit is caught out. A meter right down. Oh, there's a great Fire Blast. Monkey King's going to beat up the Vengeful Spirit with his Monkey King bar. Just beats her down. Just very straightforward.
Oh my gosh, they tossed the Ogre with a Sentry.
I love that play. That is a style play. He dunked the Sentry and then dunked the Invoker.
What a play. That's like a great support like call there too, you know? Like they had to communicate like I have Sentry, like toss me, you know? Like
yeah.
Or maybe they just play so often that they just know their support player is gonna have sentries, which
that's
really,
something we all wish we lived in a world, don't we? Where we just assume support players.
As a support player, I will say I'd always carry sentries, but
that's what all support players say, I think. I mean, I don't doubt you, but I'm pretty sure.
That's true. It's true.
Now they turn that. Look at that. They're so aggressive. They can easily turn their one fights into objectives, like a T3 mid.
And
waiting for Invoker to spawn.
Tower top, but I mean, you just lost your mid lane to Rax. Bot lane looking to go pretty rough here.
Do you think they can get this? Calgary's got to fight this, or do they wait?
I mean, they have to fight. I don't see how you can. You still have Egg. You still have Wukong's command up. Magic Missile, and there's the deep
Puck goes right in. There's the Veil and a triple silence. Can they follow this up? They have an Egg. They have a Wukong's command. Boundless Strike. The Meatball's trying to turn this away, but Invoker just has to run. He can't follow that up because the BKB Monkey King supported by an Egg.
The Monkey King. He's dead.
Well damaged. Nothing goes even through the Sunray. It looks like ASU might be repelled. No, Tiny goes right back in, leaves down the Vengeful Spirit, wants to go for the PL, but now he's caught out. He's getting taken out. There it is. Ogre, very low health. Gonna run away. Doom wants to get a kill. He's not the hero they need that can chase. How do they start this fight?
I mean, there's a high ground.
They're waiting on top of the hill. ASU wants to start this fight because they can win. Blowing Doom up. Puck might try and follow up on another hero. Puck does take the orb, fighting Invoker in the back line. Puck is beating the Invoker down. There's the Ghost Walk. Puck
under a sentry still.
Veil. Puck might be the one in trouble now. Vengeful Spirit is going to get stunned up. Huge multicast. A Tornado disrupts the fight. Puck is still in there. Very slippery with the Dual Scepter. Does get hit by the Infernal Blade. Now Puck's going to fight the Doom. PL and Doom very low. Phoenix can use all their spells. Ogre has no mana. This is a fight for only Puck right now. And it looks like Puck knows that and doesn't care. Takes out the Doom. Dodges the Dragon Slave. Goes for the PL. Hits him with the Waning Rift. Ogre's going to buy some time for Puck to light up Alina. There's a Rampage. Email Gabe Newell and tell him about that. He asked for it at TI, and we asked for good Dota this collegiate season, and we're both going to get it.
Can we just talk really quickly about PMA Dota right now? How well he played that fight.
Tell me about it, Ricky. Just tell me about it. That was beautiful.
Like even going into this, Calgary Downs had a high ground ward to see them sitting on the ledge here in lane, and Puck just initiates right onto the back line, kills the Invoker where there's a sentry, baits the PL in, then drops a coil onto 3, kills PL with a Waning Rift, and then turns into 2 more kills. Like, he just played that fight out of his mind. He just baited so much damage
to this hero, and he's pushing this hero to the limits.
Well,
and even Ogre just dies.
Yeah, it's like Ogre just buys back and dies immediately, but
there it is. That's a game.
ASU wins game 1.
And boy, was that a game. I love that. And it wasn't just the Puck, it was the teamwork. Ogre going in at the end and baiting Lina, with Ogre showing up with just a couple hundred life. Lina doesn't run away. Lina tries to fight the Ogre and ends up dying because of it, and Ogre lives. Obviously there's the cheeky buyback at the end. But as Puck was the superstar, but ASU they're a team, they're a unit. They're not 5 players, they're one team.
I agree. Yep, we're gonna go into game 2 here in just a moment, so please stick with us. We'll be right back.
See you guys soon.